Hey, this is Robert. I wanted to do a YouTube channel update. I'm sitting here in Queen Bee, and I appreciate you tuning in. A couple things I wanted to cover. You know, a lot of viewers are trying to encouraging me to start a Patreon account so that they can contribute to my projects and things that I do and need to keep good content coming. I just don't want to lock things behind a Patreon account. I may produce a video that somebody in need really needs to see, and I would hate for that content to be locked up back there. So I don't want to do that. I have set up a page on my website that you can go to and contribute to projects and things that I have plans for. One of those things would be keeping Queen Bee as my own. I have an investor involved in that. I need to pay that investor out or sell this car. So that's just the way it is. Another thing I wanted to touch bases on was helper tours. Man, helper tours were exciting, great. I really enjoyed them. Was able to make it through the entire U.S. A lot of people have asked me, when's my next helper tour? Man, those things are exhausting. Imagine driving around from city to city and state to state. Tools, equipment, parts, hotels, cheap food. It's exhausting, man. That last one really wiped me out. But I still enjoyed it. I still wanted to do it, you know. So I don't have any helper tour planned anytime soon. However, I still do travel a lot. I like to travel up and down the East Coast to visit family and relatives. If I'm traveling and you would like to have a meet and greet, please feel free to contact me. If I'm traveling and you need some help with something and you just, you know, can't afford to pay a mechanic or figure it out on your own, let me know. I'll be glad to stop by if it's en route. We recently stopped by a town and visited with a viewer that needed some help with some things. We made that stop. It cost us about $120 to make that trip there. It was en route. However, we had to stay overnight. Cost us about $120. That viewer was able to help me out with about half of that. So it cost us out of pocket $60 to make that stop. I just don't have the kind of income and the kind of financial position where I can pay $60 a night to stop and help people. So if you need my help, I need to do that while I'm en route somewhere. If I got to stay the night, please understand that I'm probably going to need your help to stay that night and to cover that expense, or I'm going to have to go on. I am not gainfully employed. My YouTube channel does not meet my financial needs. My other sources of income really doesn't do it. That's why I do odd jobs. So if you plan to have me stop and I'll be forced to stay a night or two in your location, please understand that I am going to need you to cover those expenses at the minimum. You know, if you want to do something beyond that, that's great. But at the minimum, I'm going to need your help to cover our hard expenses. All right, there's a few projects that I would like to do. You know, it's a money thing, so it may take a while. However, if you want to go to my webpage, contribute to them, that'd be great. I want to redo the front suspension on Panther. I need to redo the front suspension on Queen Bee. I need to do some other minor things to Panther, like the interior seats or something like that. And I want to do a big project on old Blue Eyes. I want to take Blue Eyes, convert that car to a turbo. Then I want to take it and convert it to a super sleeper. And then I'm going to donate that car to someone that I already have in mind. I'd love to produce these videos, make them as we did with the manual swap videos. But, you know, it will take time. It does take money. And unfortunately, I don't have the resource to do that at this time. So be patient. As the funds come available to me, I'll progress and do those things. I also want to take my red block and old Blue Eyes and do a manual swap on it. So if you have that opportunity, you can do that as well. I think those red block Volvos are probably the best cars ever built. They're definitely the lowest maintenance cars ever built. Yeah, they're getting old. Some things are starting to break. But if you find somebody that you would like to put a car in their hands, you'd be much better off buying a red block, fixing it up, and putting that in their hands. Yes, they'll probably hate you for it, but they'll learn to love that car as it fires up and gets them from A to B each and every day. Diane recently mentioned to me that my channel is not quite a DIY channel. There are people that are contacting me daily wanting me to actually do the work for them. Man, I have probably 32 different videos about timing. I don't know why you can't find those videos and you call me asking me how to set the timing, how to move the crank, how to set up the, tool. I don't know. I always tell people to use the search feature, find those videos, and get that stuff done. Now, if you're someone that simply physically can't do it, or you can't afford a tool, or you just too afraid to, and I'm passing by your area, I'd love to stop and help you. But again, this is a DIY channel. Diane was trying to get me to change it to a Robert IDIFU. Well, my helper tour was that. I would come and do it for you, but that's not always the case. I do my best to make good videos so that you can figure out how to do it yourself. And if you can't do it yourself, I really believe that the videos are produced in a way that you can hand over the tools to a 14-year-old. And a 14-year-old with a little bit of self-confidence could complete these tasks and get your task taken care of. I'm about to start a page on my website that will list what I would say is good, competent mechanics that can help you with servicing and repairs on your vehicle. Now, these are mechanics that somebody has referred to me, I have had experience with, and that come highly recommended. If for some reason you get some horrible service from one of these mechanics, please let me know so that I can try to find out what's going on and remove them from the list or help you get your problem resolved. Now, I do want to make one caution. These are people that repair cars for a living. They may have kids in college, and I don't know if you've ever been a small business owner, but it is difficult to make a small business profitable. So, please do not call these people with your DIY needs. If you're going to DIY your problem situation, do that. But do not call these people unless you are at the point or prepared or ready to take your car in for their service. They don't have time to sit on the phone with you 20, 30, 40 minutes like I do. They have overhead that I don't have. So, please be courteous in understanding that. These are not people or businesses to support your DIY efforts. They are here to help you get your car up and running and serviced in a professional manner. I'm not sure if you guys know it, but I do have good information on my website. At least I think it's good. I have tools that I have designed and produced and sell on there. I try to keep the stock supply up to date on that. I have parts that I get a hold of that I'm willing to sell for a decent price, and I have some services that I offer there. Please go to the website as often as you'd like. Find that information. I hope you find it useful, and thanks for considering even going to my website and getting those things that I have to offer, and supporting me any way you can. Travel. That's a subject we all like to hear. I actually like to travel. My wife doesn't mind it. She doesn't mind being stuck in the car with me for 4, 6, 8, 12, 16 hours in a day. We are glad to travel. Now, I would like to do some traveling out toward the east. Next month, June, I'd like to go out to the Charlotte, North Carolina area. In July, I'd like to travel as far north as Maine, come back down through Michigan, go to a couple of car shows, come back through the Chicago area. But, you know, we all know that stuff can be expensive. So, my plans are to travel in the eastern part of the United States. Not a helper tour, but I can't help. It's a great opportunity to have some meet and greets. I want to encourage you guys. I went to Chicago, invited several people there, and you do understand that it takes a lot for me to get to Chicago. Now, if I'm in Chicago and you're in Gary, Indiana, which is 30 minutes away, took more effort for me to get to Chicago than it will or would for you to get from Gary, Indiana to Chicago. So, hey, if you're always sending me these messages, let me know when you're in town. I want to buy you a chocolate milk. I want to buy you a milkshake, a beer, a dinner. Man, please make an effort to connect with me when I'm in your area. So there's two things that's going to have to happen. One, you're going to have to stay tuned to the channel so you can see when I'm headed that direction. If you're subscribed to my Still on the Road Facebook page, you can actually see those videos come available while I'm moving around. Number 2, contact me via text message or phone call. It is very difficult for me to check email while I'm traveling on the road. I don't know how many times I've said that, but if I'm on the road and you don't send me a text message or call me, I don't know how I'm supposed to connect with you, because I just can't check email when I'm on the road. It's not easy. Very difficult. So, hey, if you want to connect, hopefully we can have some meet and greets, get several people around the community. If you want some, face-to-face, one-on-one time, look at your car time. Man, we had several people show up at the Swedish car parts. They had questions about their car. Man, we can answer those questions in minutes. So we can have like a meet and greet, have several people there. And if you got car needs, a lot of times you can get your question answered or even get something taken care of real quick that will satisfy and make the whole thing worthwhile. So look for my travel plans. I hope to see you this summer. Now this next point, I really need to get you guys help on. Please, oh my gosh, please stop trying to text message me videos. Videos are never meant to be sent through a text message, man. A 15-second HD video that you record on your phone or something is probably about 45 megabytes. Man, some pictures are almost too big for a text message. When you try to do that, the powers that be will compress that video down to garbage. It may look fine on your side. On my side, it is a total waste of time. Not to mention, it's a big old hunkin' file that's left. I don't know how big it is. I just delete them. As soon as they hit my phone, I delete them. Don't email them either. I don't want my email jammed up with that. You have got to figure out how to post that to some kind of social media. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, somewhere. And then tag me on it, send me the link, something like that. Please stop sending me videos on text message. It's useless. Now, I've had a couple of people whine about me not getting back to them that quick on social media, emails, mostly emails. If you need to get in touch with me, I think I've said this before. The best way is to send me a text message or call me. I don't really like checking email. I don't do it often. My Facebook pages, I don't check that often. So you're better off, number one, call if you need some kind of response. Number two, post a message on one of my videos. Everybody will tell you I hit those things all day long. Number three, send me a text message, but don't text no freaking video. Number four, you could try to use that WhatsApp if you're overseas. I try to answer those calls when they come in. Please don't send me emails and then get frustrated when I don't reply to that free service. Also, I don't typically open attachments. So if you send me an attachment, send me a bunch of big photos, something like that over email, they probably will not get viewed. Another thing, if you're going to text me photos, which I highly encourage, try to send one photo at a time. It's easier for me to zoom in, look at things on them. When you text message me 5 photos in one text message, for some reason, it's more difficult for me to zoom in and look at them. I have to download them, open up that app, then examine them, then try to figure out what order they're in, stuff like that. So just send one at a time. That works better for me, and it'll allow me to help you quicker and easier. I really hope and plan to keep this channel going for a long time. I appreciate all of you that view on a daily basis. I appreciate the comments and your interaction with me and other viewers, and I hope that you find what I bring of value to you. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.